I'm back. I'm back. Now, I wasn't actually planning on doing this, but I had to end the last stream because honestly, my blood sugar was getting a little bit low because I hadn't really eaten today, and so I had to go. I needed to eat. Okay, I went and ate some shrimp scampi, and that was pretty great. And now I'm back because you know I just watched a whole debate and I found out that Stardust was metastreaming me because Stardust was unimpressed apparently. I don't know who Stardust is, by the way. I have no I like the only thing that I know about her is that like she's in the Destiny orbit, and literally I only know that about her because Yasmin told me that earlier. So, I don't know who this person is. I just know that they meta streamed me watching them debate big tech. And then then people came into the chat and they were like, debate Stardust. And I was like, no. Because here's the thing. Here's what I realized when I watched the previous debate. I realized that the problem, when the problems really start? The problems start when you give women the opportunity to respond to you. Because like I could go and debate Stardust, bro. I could do that. I feel very comfortable with the fact that I would probably make Stardust cry if I did that, which wouldn't be very nice of me, but it would just be inevitable, I suppose. And so I don't want to do a debate me bro thing where like she's not an intellectually honest person, and so like I can't expect an honest conversation. It's just going to be about gotcha and bullshit. So but I want to watch this. I want to watch what she said about it. So I was like, how can I do this without giving Stardust the opportunity to talk? Because again, what I learned from the last debate is that the problems really start when women are given opportunities to talk. And if we just take away the opportunity to talk, then it might just make things a lot easier, makes life a little bit better, and Stardust can whine about that all she wants. I don't really care. But I think I'm going to have less of a headache just meta streaming her and seeing what she had to say. And she can claim whatever victory she wants, like she refused to debate me and then she watched my stream. Okay, well, I also saved myself a headache because I didn't give you the opportunity to interact with me and talk, except in the manner that I choose to allow you to talk. See, I can learn. I told you guys I'm more powerful than most men. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to see what Stardust said about me and like watch whatever portions of the debate. Now, I do have beer this time. I'm not allowing you guys to vote on the beer this time because when I allowed you guys to vote yesterday, you guys made me drink a 14% alcohol content beer first, and that was just rude. Okay, so now I'm picking the order of the beer. I have 3 beers because I don't know how long this is. I'll show you all of them and then I'll tell you which one I selected. Hang on. Okay, so I have 3 beers. I have it's a Crullerful Life, which is a chai cruller pastry stout. That's from Northwoods Brewing. And where is that? New Hampshire. I thought so. New Hampshire beer. That's one of the beers I have. I have Morning Latte. And this is from Toppling Goliath Brewing Company, which is in Iowa. So for Beth. But the one we're going to start with is an old standby, an old favorite, the most girly of all beer. Rainbow Sherbet. We're doing it. Rainbow Sherbet has the extra big can, which you can see. It only comes in a large can. And this is from Prairie Artisan Ales. Prairie Artisan Ales are expensive, but they're awesome. They're so good. I've never had a bad one. They do like small batch brewing. So I definitely recommend them. I don't know where they're out of though. It doesn't say, but that's the one we're starting with. I'm taking your decision-making responsibility away. I'm doing that one. And then if this goes a long time, then I have more beer. Yay. But I hope this doesn't go as long as the last one. Hang on, let me pour. And of course, I've got my extra big wine glass for the extra large beer. Okay, I always use this wine glass anyway. Boom. It's like a large ass beer. Good head. Cheers, everyone. If you're drinking something fun in the chat, let me know. That is a good beer. That is a good beer. All right, let's cue this up. I don't have all night to F around. Oh, no, I don't want to be there. There. Okay. I think I've queued it up to when she gets alerted to the fact that I'm streaming her debate, and I think she watches for like a minute, and then she comes back and she watches again later. So let's see.
You see.
You just took a statement I made in a totally different category and put it in the context of a man raping a woman.
You said that women are livestock.
Can't you just be honest and stop having such dishonest, bad faith questions and arguments?
No,
she can't.
Stop being dishonest. Can you stop lying? The only person lying. The only person lying here is you, Big Tech. I have been honest about.
Oh, burned!
Okay, I don't know. I guess she's watching one of my debates and she doesn't like me very much.
No, I don't.
Right on her
I've
face.
always been.
I hate her so much.
Oh damn, she
Yeah,
hates
fuck
me.
you. So the thing is,
Fuck
what
You
you.
got
I'm
Miss
saying
Babs?
is that
Way to
women
go,
can't say
Judy.
no to
Miss
how
Babs
things
is
are
awesome.
run in the world. Men can say no to that. Men can say no with regard to how things are going to go in the family. I'm not saying a woman can't say no, not right now, honey. I'm literally vomiting. I've got a flu, or no, not right now because I've got.
Is she going to do commentary? I just watched this whole debate. I don't need to hear it again.
The idea is that.
Does she know anything about big tech? That's what I would be curious
Well, he
about.
is my internet boyfriend.
If Carolyn Borisenko knows anything about big tech, because if she does,
Educate me.
then
educate me.
she
Do it.
probably wouldn't be too enthusiastic about this guy. But okay,
What does she think I need to know?
she can be harsh. Apparently, I'm not really too bothered by it.
Oh, she would cry. She would absolutely cry. She would. Okay, so now we're not watching me anymore. So let's fast forward. I would absolutely make her cry. I wouldn't even have to try that hard. She'd be like, "You're so mean and unfair and misogynistic." All right.
She's still watching my debate.
Yep.
Let's see.
Well, you have to watch the whole thing.
She's gonna put on a beautiful dress, and she's gonna come
Ugh,
to the
no.
town
Thumbs
square
down on
This is from
Zerka.
so long
Thumbs
ago.
down on
She's
him.
gonna dance in front of
Is
the
this
eligible
MK Ultra?
suitors in her town, and the young men who are eligible to be husbands
not
are gonna
wrong.
see her
Okay, what-
dance,
what's
and they're
the
gonna.
point of this? Do you think that I think that's
it's-
okay? You think that I'm fine
it's
with
an-
that? Do you think that I'm
No,
okay
no.
with women being, as soon as they hit puberty, it's okay to present them to other men?
No, what I want to ask you now is: are Mexicans pedophiles because of quinceañeras?
No, but they're not the ones who are
Oh, but they're
suggesting.
15, so
They're
all
not
of
the
Mexico
ones
is
who are
pedophiles.
suggesting that
Okay.
people after the age of puberty can be
That's
married.
what a
You're the one
quinceañera
who's doing that.
is. That's what a quinceañera
It
is. So
doesn't
all Mexicans are
matter.
pedophiles.
In history,
Mexicans are
in- Okay. Interesting.
God.
That you're a fucking
Yeah,
pedophile.
see, you don't
'cause
like
you
it when
know
I do
that
it to
you
you,
don't
do you,
want
dummy?
any
You don't like it when I do the
woman.
same thing.
This has to be from like a year or two ago.
Why
Maybe
does it
even 2 years
matter?
ago. I have no idea. I don't know.
No, you're trying to call me a pedophile because I'm talking about age of consent, which is this weird area where you brought me into.
Who's gone through puberty can get
I'm
married.
talking about if their
We're being
father
extra meta
Part of
today.
the marriage
chooses,
It's Christmas.
it's the creating of children.
right? And if a father decides that his
Hey!
11-year-old is
Yeah. Guess what? And sometimes that happened for like all of human history. That was kind of normal.
Just
a little
because it
sour.
happened through human history doesn't mean that it's right. Oh shit, it was a different time. Yeah. We got it from the Spanish. Interesting. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take the hot take that just because something was historically done doesn't mean that it's right. Right? Historically, dudes may have fucked sheep, right? In Europe. That doesn't mean that it's right, you know? It was quite a while ago before the Discord nuke. Is she that star for content, Lamau? Yeah.
Am I that starved? No. I just don't feel like watching Socialist right now.
As a disabled German, I am very happy every time someone brings up, but they used to do it. Ah, well.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, just because we used to
Well.
do things historically doesn't make it right, you know? Muhammad married a fucking 6-year-old. Was that right? I don't think so.
no.
I would argue that I don't think it's good for women at too young of an age to be getting married. Because
Does this person have any life experience? Like, how old is she? Has she ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend or they friend? Like, is she married? Does she understand life at all? Does she have a job that's not streaming? What does she do? Because I guess I'm just like, I'm ill-inclined to accept advice from people with that are streaming on the internet. I'm not inclined. Like, what experience do you have that possibly would make you any sort of authority on these issues?
think if they get pregnant at a really early age, like 12, that pregnancy is going to have a lot of complications. Secondly,
No one argued for that.
If
Literally, no one argued for that.
They haven't really developed their brains fully, right? They're still children mentally. So, I just feel like you're putting a child into a completely different world. So, 9, actually, he consummated the marriage at 9. He married her at 6. So, historically, we sacrifice children during any eclipse. Is that real? I don't know all that history, but I'm hot take, guys. Just because hot take here, but just because people used to marry
Hot
children off
take.
doesn't mean that it's good. So, I'm willing to say, you know what? If people in Mexico were still marrying off 16-year-olds,
See,
it probably have.
you know how I know that big tech won this debate? She has so many. She was like, first she was like, this debate is so long ago. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I mean, she must be so starved for content. And then she's like complaining about this. She's like rehashing this whole argument. So do you know how I know that big tech won? She's still in her feelings about this. Like, you can't say I don't even know why we're doing this. It was so long ago. And then go on for like 10 minutes about, I stand by my position. Here's all the reasons I stand by my position. Hot take, hot take, hot take. I just don't know what we're even arguing about. Like, she's rehashing the whole thing in her head, which is how you know she's still thinking about it. She's over explaining it. It's a tell. It's because she's young.
Probably have a problem with it. Just like when people in certain states in America are still marrying off 14-year-olds, I would say that, I'm probably gonna have a problem with that.
That wasn't what was argued for.
Says, historically, I pooped my pants when I was a baby.
That wasn't what was
means
argued
I should
for
just let
at
it
all.
fly. Dude. The earlier in age you get, these people are fucking delusional. The earlier in age you get married, the longer the marriage, bro.
Well, that is just
Come
like
on,
reality.
Bro. That is not right.
Source.
The marriage, even the Family Institute for Family, whatever. Let me see, Institute for Family.
This is why I hate these debate bros so much. It's like all they do is like study. Like they've got all these like studies and papers at the ready. They never talk about the inclusion exclusion criteria for the study. They never talk about the limitations of the study. They never talk about how the study was executed. They never talk about how the data is analyzed. They just take like a conclusion that's convenient for whatever point they want to make, and then distort it to make it seem like it applies to everything, when the reality is that there is no study in the history of studies that applies to every situation. What's the inclusion exclusion criteria? What was the sample? How was the sample attained? I mean, what are in every single paper that is written, that is published, they have to talk about what are the limitations of the study. What are the limitations of the study? It's not intellectually honest to just pull up study after study to says this says exactly what I wanted to say and this applies to everyone. That's not how this works. And I went and got a PhD just to make sure that's not how this works.
Partners, divorce, right?
Why we shouldn't let women talk.
Right.
I'm coming around to this whole idea.
Everybody likes to
Repeal
cite
the
this one
19th.
study
I'm
from
good.
Institute of Family Studies.
I'm not voting anyway. I don't care.
If the more partners you have, the more likely it is that you're going to divorce. But nobody ever points to the fact that, like, also, you can look at people in that same study who've only had one partner. They are more likely to divorce than people who've had two. So it's not, correlation isn't causation. And just because something was historically done
I'm
doesn't mean that
aware.
it's right.
This is why we didn't let
used
her
to
on my
let
stream.
blood
This is why we don't
to
debate her.
fucking cure illnesses. We used to, like, drain blood from our arms and shit. It's we don't do that anymore because we figured out that there's, better shit to do, and that's not right. So it's not helping anybody. Star, remember how they cut out the hearts of virgins while tripping on mushrooms? Also, they'd have a good harvest. We must return to tradition.
You just think it's funny to say that I'm a pedophile because I said puberty is the demarcation for fertility and the purpose of marriage.
Rottweiler, thank you for the super chat. Like Destiny, she tries to use big words and talk fast and talk over others, but lacks street smarts and life experience outside of social media debates. This is why I don't debate people. It's like, there is no bigger waste of time on the planet than debating debate bros. Like, there's no purpose to it. No one's going to be convinced. It's all just gotcha. It's intellectually dishonest. Like, they have these tactics that they use that are just designed to bring you around in a circle, because it's not really about finding truth. It's not about a higher level of understanding. It's just about, like, it's about high school games, I guess. Maybe even elementary school games. I don't know.
Is trading families. The oldest traditions had young brides all the way back. That's just how it was. In different societies,
it doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it wrong either. You're saying it's wrong.
Naptown is fucking... Look at Naptown fucking stirring the shit here. Dr. Borisenko starts just challenge you to a debate on this very topic. She said big tech is willing to moderate. I don't know if big tech is willing to moderate. Oh my goodness, bro.
Liar, Naptown. Liar. Jeez.
Drain blood, return to tradition. Oh, dude. Yeah, because they died at like 30. Actually, that's a misconception, I believe. I believe the average that the lifespan was heavily skewed because so many children, so many people died just in their childhood. So it actually is people who made it through childhood ended up living, generally pretty long lives. But because so many kids died, yeah, it brought the life expectancy down by a lot. I'll moderate. Okay, food shops. We'll see.
No.
Doctors use bloodletting to treat hemochromatosis. Okay, sure. Just because
I'm gonna get my
some
slime.
tradition, again, just because some things we did historically,
I need a
out of
toy to
tradition,
play with to occupy
doesn't
my
mean that they're
hands.
right? Again, Muhammad, married a 6-year-old and consummated his marriage at 9. I would say that that's wrong. Generally, if you talk to most, I think, medical professionals, they're not going to recommend a 12-year-old get pregnant and have a baby because it's not good for them. There's going to be a lot of complications. And yeah, with time, we figure out which traditions work, whether they work for whether they work for specific medical ailments or not. Like we've found with like, I don't know, leeches or whatever, right? So, but it's not like a cure-all, right? Just because we did things in the past doesn't mean that makes those things more valid.
But, like,
You know,
by
we
what
thought the
moral
Earth
standard?
was flat for like thousands of years, right?
This is just all deflection because she couldn't engage with the actual argument he was making, by the way. That's all this is. It's just deflecting from the actual argument he was making at
I'm
the time.
watching you on the TV and phone, and I can't tell which stream is super delayed. The Earth is flat. Fucking liberals, man. Some traditions are okay, though. In my village, we sacrifice people to the volcano every harvest. Haven't been liquefied by red rock so far. So true. No, we didn't. The ancient Greeks figured out the world was an oblate spheroid. Okay. Fine. I will cede that point to you. Christmas extravaganza? You should be doing a Christmas extravaganza. Oh my god, 1,000 lifetimes. You can't make jokes like that. Kidding. Okay, we'll just let this person keep going, I guess.
Day, and we're descending into the socialist utopia. Like,
Okay, yo, if this woman thinks I'm a socialist, she is
no, I don't think you're a
off track.
No.
Uh,
No, Stardust. I don't think you're a socialist. I think you're a useful idiot with no life experience. That's what I think.
Yeah. I read somewhere where women in Sparta were encouraged to not start having kids at 19 for health reasons. Yeah, I wouldn't know enough about that, big Bobster. I can make whatever jokes I want. Jesus was born 2,000 years ago today, so he could die for my sins. Okay, so true. But yeah, I mean, if she thinks I'm a socialist, man, she is way
Again,
off track.
Stardust, no one
Way
said
off
that.
track.
You gotta hinge into reality, girl.
I've said many times, I'm way
Hinge
too fucking hungry
into
to, be a socialist or
reality.
communist. Okay?
Literally, no one said you were
I
a
like food too
socialist,
much,
girl.
So.
Yeah, I've thought about doing, like, a video background, and then I'm just like, it's too distracting. Like, you guys would be paying attention to the video, you wouldn't be paying attention to what is actually being talked about. So no, I think the normal backgrounds are fine. I mean, she's not talking like a socialist. She's not a socialist. She doesn't use their language. She doesn't have their intonation. I think but she is using like their ideas, but it's just because she's a useful idiot for what they want. Well, you said she was a Marxist. I didn't say she was a Marxist.
One problem I have with dissident right adjacent people is I found out that they generalize everybody on the left as leftist and socialist.
You're not even listening to what was
I don't know,
said.
food shops. I think the far left does the same thing to me. They all like, I don't know what they think of me. They think I'm evil though, for sure. I have found that like over time, I have received more respectful interactions from people who like moderate conservatives and stuff like that. So,
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
She'll red pill at some point.
But, you know,
probably.
it is what it is. I'm going to be straw manned by both sides because I'm generally pretty moderate on most things. So
I don't understand. I understand like hardcore lefties participating in debate culture. I understand the dissident right participating in debate cultures. I understand people on both sides doing it. I don't understand like milquetoast fence-sitter moderates who are just like, yeah, and like, I'm a centrist and I have centrist positions and nothing I say is really meaningful or extraordinary or any of those things. I don't understand why those people participated in like this debate culture because they don't have strong positions on anything. It's like little of this, little of that. Like, I'm just common sense. Like, okay, well, that's not exciting. And like, It certainly doesn't lend to a good debate.
So I feel like I'm just gonna get annoyed if I start listening because she's gonna start saying stuff about me that is just like not true.
Stardust.
True.
Stardust.
You want to have the ability.
Stardust. You gotta stop making shit up, girl. Literally, no one said you were a socialist on the entire stream. And you've just created a scenario in your head and you've played it all out as though it were true when it was not true. No one said that. You've got Stardust. You've got to learn how to listen to other people, man. The problem that you had in this debate is you were having a completely different conversation with big tech than he was having with you because you were not listening to what he was saying. That's why you came off as an annoying bitch, because you weren't listening to what he was saying. You weren't engaging with what he was saying. And I just think that's room for improvement.
To say no to men.
I think that all human beings should have the right to withdraw consent. If they are being pushed into something, then they should have the ability to say no.
What do you think about suicide? Do you think
I mean, Brittany, we all know that you want him and that, like, you're really pissed off that that didn't work out, but he's my internet boyfriend now, and you're just gonna have to get over that, bitch.
people should be allowed to commit suicide?
She's gonna take this way too seriously. Like,
It really depends.
She has no idea what to say to that.
What?
Depends if they're in the right frame of mind to make. Okay. Let's see here. Going on Alex Stein's show upset the lefties quite a bit. Really, Acreal? I didn't see. Like, when I went on Alex's show, I actually feel like I got, like, less blowback than usual. Naptown says, Stardust, thoughts on Dr. Borisenko dodging your debate challenge and Big Tech saying Stardust L? Sounds like they're fucking cowards, bro.
No, I just don't want to give a woman a platform.
I mean,
it's just a bad idea. Women shouldn't have platforms.
I don't know how to even roast this person. Like,
try your very best, honey.
She's supposed to be a doctor?
I am a doctor. In real life.
Merry Christmas, little bits. Dub says, just in case, just FYI, I never mentioned her accusing you of being socialist. She does speak on socialism and tends to not speak positively of it, in my opinion. Perhaps I misunderstood the times I watched. No, I listened a little bit.
And you never heard me calling you a socialist, because that didn't happen. You made that bit up.
She's an idiot. I'm surprised she's still even around. Yeah, I've only seen her in passing. The only time I've ever seen her in passing has been watching other people dunk on her, whether that was the right or the left. And it seems like...
That's true enough.
It seems like across the board, every time I've seen her name come up, it's been somebody shitting on her.
That's true.
So
true.
Like, honestly, I feel a little bit bad for her, but...
You don't need to feel bad for me. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing far better than most of the people shitting on me, so that should tell you why exactly they're shitting on me. Yeah, you know, I didn't feel right about, like, debating her because I really don't want to give a woman a platform, but I can watch her and then I can control when she speaks and when she doesn't speak and how I respond, and she's not here to whine and complain and misconstrue things and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I thought I'd get some alcohol and try again. I mean, she's the one that begs for money all the time, right? Every time people talk about Stardust, they talk about her begging her chat for money. I don't beg my chat for money. I don't need to. My money comes from other places that's not YouTube. But I'm surprised she's still around because she had the foresight to build alternative platforms and just uses YouTube for fun. No, I like watching from afar on Christmas Day because it's all just for fun.
She says she ran for governor of NH.
Not really. Not
made
really.
A mess of it. Oh god.
I didn't make any mess of it. It wasn't a real campaign. It wasn't a real campaign. There are I don't know, like how these people pretend to be smart. There are literally videos of me on the internet saying this is, and even from before, like, I was officially the nominee for governor, saying this isn't real. It's just to have a name on the ballot. It's literally not real. There are videos of me saying, I'm not going to be the next governor of New Hampshire. I know everyone is aware of that, right? Yeah, I got some votes for having no campaign and no fundraising and only being a paper candidate because there needed to be a name on the ballot, and then having the party fuck up the things they were supposed to do. When I agree to do this. Anyway, whatever. Wasn't a real campaign, but of course, the truth doesn't matter to people like her, which is why I don't debate with them.
That's pretty cringe.
Yeah, I was even telling my own community, I'm like, this isn't real, guys.
Doesn't she run that Nazi Libertarian Party Twitter? I don't know anything
No.
about her, to be honest.
No, I
She's
never
so
ran
minimal to me.
the LPNA Twitter. I contributed tweets to it every now and again for a while, but that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, and Big Tech can say Stardust L. At least I don't look like fucking Buck Angel, okay? Dude is like the epitome of like
Masculinity.
dude, like
Masculinity.
Big Tech is the
that what you were
funniest thing in the
looking
world
for?
to me because he is
Masculinity?
literally so anti-trans, yet he looks like one of the biggest trans icons possible. He looks exactly like
He
Buck
was
Angel to me,
anti-trans.
and
Why
it
would
is
he interview Buck
hilarious to me,
Angel?
because when I first mentioned that to him, he was like, "Oh, this person looks really cool," and then he found out that they were trans, and he was really upset by it.
I know. Everyone knows. No good can come of
Where
these
is Big
people.
Tech these days? I
No
don't know. I
good
haven't
can come
talked
of
to him in
them.
forever.
None.
Like, I don't consent to you guys punishing me if I don't choose this, and I don't consent to.
How is it possible that like everyone involved in this stream has nothing to do on Christmas but like stream snipe me knitting and watching a debate that's what? Like this is over a year old, right? Like
It is
everyone
over a
knows,
year old.
seriously, you guys need to get. I'm doing this for fun. You guys take this way too seriously.
True.
I'm not taking it seriously.
You are.
I
You are,
think
Stardust.
it's, I
You
think
are.
it'd be fun to talk
You're
to
taking
her,
it.
but
No,
Okay.
girl. You can dream. No.
Booch Up says, "Wait, I remember." He tried to get onto my panel like 2 months ago. Interesting.
Because my husband and I spent Christmas at home and just hung out and watched Netflix for a little while. But you know what I'm not doing, Brittany? I'm not monitoring the entire internet for any mention of my name at all. Like how you guys monitor everything that everyone is doing on the internet. Just in
Okay.
case your
Yeah,
name
I mean, I
pops up
guess.
so that
Okay, so I think she has the same amount of involvement in this as I do.
I don't know what she means by that, but okay.
I don't know. I don't know much about her. All I know is that she gets shit on by a lot of people. So
Because I'm more successful than all of them.
I don't know if it's worth it for me to keep watching this because it's just.
You don't have to. She can't help herself, though.
Giving big Karen energy. True. Very true.
I'm the Karen between. Are you shitting me? Wow. Yeah, between me and her, I'm definitely the Karen.
She's got some crazy allegations. I don't know how much of it is true.
None of it's true.
What are the allegations?
That she dated a pedophile in college, and she is a pedophile, and she is a groomer, and
What are the allegations?
That she dated a pedophile in college, and we have no life, and we don't understand that people plead guilty to crimes they didn't commit like all the time because the federal government will nail your ass to a wall if you don't do that.
Now's a good time to start thinking about what your New Year's resolution is going to be. I think mine will be to kink shame more. Let's see.
otherwise you're just on the internet all the time. It's annoying. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
True.
Is it possible to make you choose between two things that you don't want?
Yeah, but you're saying that I don't even have the
Yeah.
mental ability to do that. So I don't have the mental ability to make that choice.
What if you're starving and all you have is two different foods that you hate?
Exactly.
I mean,
we don't like our
Right?
choices.
it is rather impressive, right? You guys know that I'm such a terrible person that to find their smear campaign on me, they had to go through 20 years of my life to find the guy I dated in college.
Are you consenting to
That's
be in
life.
that position?
Life
But I'm
isn't
so
fair.
controversial, man.
Is that a reason why we should like continue doing like shitty traditions that make no sense? The allegations are her and her ex are, oh my god, PDFs?
See? Wrong. No. The irony of it is that, like, I don't even like kids.
I
Neither
think her
does
ex is
he.
a convicted. Oh my god, are you serious? Is that real?
Well, not exactly.
Allegations are her and her ex are PDF files. I think her ex is a convicted child SA.
For those who don't know, I dated a guy in college who a year after we graduated from college, he got himself entrapped in some trouble because of what his childhood best friend did and roped him into. I know more, I'm not going to go into detail about the situation. I've talked about it before. But the short story is he pleaded guilty to something he didn't do because he might have spent the rest of his life in prison if he didn't. He got railroaded by the federal government. I stood by him. I had his back because I know what fucking happened and I know what didn't happen. And I will not regret or apologize for being loyal to someone who got fucked over by the government, no matter how much dishonest people on the internet want to drag up my college boyfriend from 20 years ago to try to make themselves feel morally superior. That's the long and the short of it. But of course, they never say that because these are the most intellectually honest people on the internet, of course. They would never distort information. That's why you should totally listen to them for all your political hot takes, bro, because they're so concerned with what the truth is. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. The government railroading someone. Imagine that. That was really the time I should have become a libertarian. Yeah, I agree, Mimi. I agree, but we're going to watch. Why not? Yeah, the government never railroads people in America.
Vendor and runs that Nazi Twitter.
I don't run the Nazi
There's no
Twitter.
fucking way, bro. Their allegations, I don't know if they're true at all. Okay.
They're not true at all.
Jesus.
I don't even like kids.
That is wild. I don't understand what what side she's on in this. I have no idea.
If only you could read the title of the stream, that might tell you whose side I'm on.
I told you to do your research. Oh, I don't want to spout stuff that I can't confirm. Okay.
Well, that was
fair.
smart. Probably
Fair.
shouldn't have repeated it in the first place, but hey. Yeah, I hadn't been
It's almost
dating him
2024,
since
Stardust. You
college.
can't be surprised at online people being PDFs anymore. You've seen too many by now. Look, I don't know if that's... Yeah.
Nope.
Nap down over here.
With people that I don't want to talk to. No.
I'm so confused. Did she hate all of us? I'm like very confused.
No,
by
I just
this.
hate
Then
debate
why are you
bros.
so jealous when all those gripers were sliding into my DMs? Why were
And
you
Brittany.
So jealous, Brittany? Why?
Are they really catfighting over Groypers sliding in their DMs?
Well,
Bro,
Brittany is.
Imagine.
Brittany
imagine,
is.
Imagine Brittany and fucking Carolyn Borosenko fucking fighting over e-whores, e-boys
No.
sliding into their fucking DMs. How
Oh, look
fucking
at her.
pathetic.
Look at her continuing to not understand what exactly she's watching and just talking like she knows what. See, this is what, guys, women cannot be allowed to have social media platforms. I really think that in order to join YouTube or Twitch or any of these other sites, that a woman like this needs to get a man in her life to sign off on that so that to like, because I mean, really, they can't be like, this is just pathetic. She's not listening to what's being said. She's making, like, big tech is totally right about this. She's making up stories in her head that didn't happen. She's not able to have like an engagement with what's actually going on. It's like she's proving every single thing that big tech said in this debate true, because she's acting it out before our very eyes right now. Women like this need to be banished off the internet. If you're going to have a platform, you should need like a permission slip from a man or something like that attests to your sound mind and ability to actually listen to what other people are saying. I don't know why this is so. Women fucking ruin everything. Everything. This is why we can't have nice things.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You are fighting with Brittany and Dr. Carlin Borisenko.
I have my internet boyfriend. I don't need to fight over anything. I have
Oh
my
my
internet
God,
boyfriend.
over there fighting over e-boys sliding in their DMs. What pathetic shit.
She wishes they were sliding in her DMs,
shit.
though, right?
That is so fucking pathetic, bro.
Something
They do
pathetic
not
here,
slide
that's
into
for
my
sure.
DMs, Red, because
Exactly!
I would not accept them
Exactly!
in the first place.
They don't slide into her DMs in the first place.
And if they did,
exactly.
yeah, I wouldn't.
How is it that I'm probably what, at least 15, how old is she? I'm probably at least 15 years older than this person, and I have people sliding into my, like, younger men sliding into my DMs, and she has no one. How is that possible?
Didn't even notice, to be honest. So there's Carlin, not Carolyn. Drop the O. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad.
Pro tip.
I cannot believe I cannot believe it. They're actually.
Because you literally made it up in your head, sweetheart.
I cannot believe it.
This is what happens when you make up information like an unhinged woman.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. That is so fucking funny.
All right, so from Anonymous, question for Stardust. Why has women's happiness been plummeting statistically decade on decade since their liberation? Also, women's emancipation wasn't allowed.
Because liberation means liberate themselves from capitalism.
Money motivation from industrial
Mhm.
capitalists to double the workforce.
I think that women's happiness may be less than it used to be, but you can still look and compare the happiness of the stay-at-home moms versus the happiness of
You know
working
why?
women,
You know why?
and you'll find that
because boss bitch women lie. Boss bitch women who like are out in the working world and they think they're doing all the things that like women should be doing and they're feeling really good about that, when they're surveyed about how happy are you in your life, they lie.
Okay, how are you going to trust the self-reporting of a stay-at-home mom?
You don't. You don't. You never trust self-reporting. You never, ever, 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 ever trust self-reporting. Studies based on self-fucking reporting are not reliable. They're not. Everyone lies. Even if they think they're taking an anonymous survey, they still lie. Autumn is in her chat. Are you serious? Autumn, do you mean now, bot? Autumn, right now, Autumn is in her chat. Fucking Autumn. Fucking Autumn. Can't trust that one. Socialists always lie, guys.
For the self-reporting of a boss bitch, chick who goes out and has her own career. Why is one more credible than the other?
Neither are credible.
So you live stream with her a while back? I didn't live stream with Borisenko or Carlin Borisenko, whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is. Women should be respected.
No, I mean, that just makes no sense. It's like the same fallacy. How are you going to...
I didn't say that! Again, Stardust. You really need to work on your listening skills, girl. This is why you can't be trusted to be on the internet. I never said that housewives are more trustworthy than boss bitches in the workplace. All I said was that boss bitches in the workplace lie about how happy they are. They lie on surveys, absolutely. They're probably also lying to themselves because they're trying to convince themselves they're happy doing something that they're not happy doing, because no one's fucking happy in the corporate world. No one is happy in the corporate world. Not really. No one wants to be there. The only reason people are even there is to make money because they think they can't make money doing other things. I've worked in some of the biggest organizations in the world, man. Like, people in the corporate world are not happy. And if they're telling you that they're happy, they're fucking lying.
That the self-reporting of stay-at-home moms is accurate, but
Wasn't even
the
said.
self-reporting of women who go out and work is not,
Fucking
right?
Autumn,
It's the
trying to
same
fuck things
survey.
up.
Are you
Trying to
just gonna
fuck
throw the
things up.
entire survey
Now,
out?
I hope Autumn gets her to Metastream
And
me,
it's
though.
not just
My hope for this is that Autumn riles her up enough where she starts Metastreaming my stream of her streaming me. We can have like several Metastreams going here. I really liked that midnight snack beer from last night, even though it was like 14% alcohol, but it was really good. But that was really good. I'm drinking the sherbet one right now, which is also delightful. Oh, you're in her chat too, Yasmin? Hey, Allison. Hey, guys. I don't get these people. Neither do I. Reminds me of a reality show with dumb on purpose people. A pathetically interesting cultural study, though. I mean, that's really my only reason for watching this stuff is like to psychologically analyze these guys. Autumn is very psycho. Up to and including lying about being a woman.
It's one survey, by the way. It's multiple. There are multiple surveys that show that
Okay.
stay-at-home moms are much more likely to experience.
What are their inclusion-exclusion criteria? How is the audience sampled? How were they surveyed? What were the specific questions that they were answering? How is the study applicable and broadly generalizable? How is it not applicable? What are the limitations of the study? You can't just say, studies say everything I want them to say, and there's no other information you need to know. No, Autumn can go fuck herself. No.
Isolation, depression, economic hardship, economic instability, right? So, yeah, I don't know. You can't have both. You have to choose. Is it real or is it not real? So, Stars, I hate how they always look at women's happiness in isolation. Women around the world report higher levels of life satisfaction than men, but at the same time report more daily stress. Sure. Sure. Yeah, and that's probably partly because the split of domestic labor has still not evened out, while women still work almost
Yeah.
as much as men do now. So
Exactly. Not only will I not unban Autumn, I might possibly ban the account that Autumn still has on here as retribution for her going over to that chat and shitting on me.
Oh, hello, Mio.
Oh, Mia was antagonizing? Or was that in my chat?
I made a decision that I don't want to, and
yeah, and I'm asking why you made that decision. I'm asking for the reason.
I don't care to give you a reason. So.
Oh, got it. Super secret?
Not really. I just don't care to give you a reason.
Got it. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Keep going.
Typical secretive
might be able to
woman.
take on some pop-on questions, but
Yeah, I agree with this. That's why I banned it. That was really shitty of Autumn to do, by the way. I'm not going to forgive her for that.
Remember that Stardust is on YouTube, so if you are asking questions, to keep in the YouTube TOS. If you don't, then we won't be able to have you back on. We want people who are on YouTube or Twitch, streaming on Twitch, to want to come back. And if people are breaking TOS for them, that's going to make them not want to come back.
Oh,
So
by the way,
if
Jay
you don't
Desi,
have
thank
that
you for
kind of
giving out the
TOS,
community sub gift. Very much appreciated.
Okay, so
Oh, is this where that really boring question came on, and it was just like it was like 20 minutes of misery and suffering?
Oh, I remember this guy. This guy was insufferable. BC.
He was
Covington.
insufferable. I
I
agree
don't
with
remember
you.
what about, but he was
We found
really
a-
insufferable.
We found some common ground. That's always important. He was insufferable.
weren't asked about to be white replaced. And what was your answer again?
See?
Some did,
It's
some
not
didn't.
Western values.
I
It
guess,
means white
yeah.
people.
I mean, some people in Western society decided to have slaves. You know, some people didn't.
No. That's not what we're talking about with white replacement, not slavery.
Okay, what are you talking about then?
Socialist
We're
speak.
talking about what everyone knows what we're talking about, and you've been in these debates before, so you should know. We're talking about mass immigration of non-whites over the past century into white countries, not bringing over slaves.
Okay, so even that, I would say some people have chosen and some people
My
haven't.
phloem slime is like not openable. Oh no.
Could you give me
Oh, there it
one?
goes.
Was the like 1%
I don't
chosen
know.
or
I don't know who. I don't know the percentage. I just know that the.
It's just a way of being ambiguous in
Do-
order to
do you-
lie
do
and
you
evade
wanna-
the
do
true
you-
answer to the
Do
question.
you
I
want
can
to?
answer.
Do you
If
want?
you don't
Do
know,
you
I
want
can
to?
answer. Hold on. I can
Yeah.
answer.
Sure. Go ahead, BC.
Well, yeah. So in America, the main driver of it was the 1965 Immigration Act. And do you know what what Ted Kennedy had to tell the American?
Okay. Yeah, this guy's like all about white replacement or whatever. So. Is she one of those idiots who thinks Nazis were generic socialists? I'm not really sure. This debate was like from so long ago, though. I would not say that it's like one of my best performances.
No,
but
it was certainly not
yeah.
a good performance.
No, I do.
No, it was
Okay.
certainly not a good
Something that you would
performance.
have to tell a population that wasn't into it.
Maybe I thought we were talking about whether women are property, though.
Is the slime
Kind of
making this less
off-topic.
stressful? Is the
If
is the
we-
ASMR making it
Well,
less
no.
stressful?
It's
If we
annoying.
wanted to talk about like white replacement, we could, but I would rather save that for another time when I actually have
That's fine,
have
but there was
looked
a
at the
question
stuff
asked
around
that-
it.
There was a question asked.
I think he looks very handsome with his beard here, and I think he looks very handsome as it is right now. And so I don't really care how he got there. That's his business. Makes no difference to me at all.
You before about
Yes, and I answered you.
no, relax.
People on the internet are going to take this way too seriously. I already know that. Whatever.
Western civilization not consenting to white.
It's no fun to have a forbidden internet romance if people don't take it way too seriously.
And now you're admitting you don't know, and I'm telling you I do. We did not consent. There's no nation that's ever.
Some people did. Okay, maybe initially some people didn't
Oh,
consent, but
this
some
question
people
is
did.
annoying.
Some people did consent to having more workers in the country.
No, again, that's not at all. Every single there's been no nation ever that has consented to their own replacement, whether it's because of more workers or not. Every single nation, including America, wants their posterity to.
What is replacement to you?
Why are we doing
In the
this?
present or the future?
Why?
Different
Why? Why?
Why?
Don't get mad at me, man. Get mad at him if you're upset about it. I try to move on.
Oh,
So-
thank you to whoever just ordered a T-shirt from me from the
I thought
store.
he was already my internet boyfriend.
Take over as they die off. So it's one continuous nation. Replacement is when another nation comes in and replaces them. And
Another nation or just different people?
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
When we're talking
Yeah,
about
it
nation
is.
states, when we're talking
Not.
about nation states, yes, it's another nation. Yes.
Nation is the word
These are
nature,
individuals.
nativity, natural.
These are
No, 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 no,
These are
no.
individuals who are coming over, right?
People of a different
Yeah,
nature.
not to replace us, which
Not to
white-
replace, to
Yes, it
to
is.
contribute to the economy. To be
Why would
part of
you bleach
America
your
as
beard?
well.
Yeah, but
That
that's
doesn't
not
seem
what's
very
happening.
masculine,
First
if
of all,
I'm
that's
honest
never what's
about it.
happening. And also, it's now it's mass immigration to the numbers of
True.
Africans numerically replacing. Plus, it's political replacement because they get the right to vote as do all their children, and it's economic.
This has actually been proven to not be true as well. That it's political replacement. It turns out that a lot of people who immigrate are actually much more conservative than the resident population. So What I like about you, Stardust, is that you, to my knowledge, never freak out if you disagree with someone. Some people get all angry hardcore. Cardi B threw a shoe at a chick, for example. You are well spoken, in my opinion. Well, thank you. I think I was just trying to be polite in this interaction because this guy, I remember him. He's very insufferable. That
Yes, and third of all, it's getting white America.
About how white skin color.
Never happened to any country in the history ever.
you're
that
only a
wasn't an
minority if you
invasion.
consider it like if you're following the one drop rule, right?
No, and also this was 90%. When we were
Not
90%,
All
it was
right.
90%,
All
100%
right.
white
See,
people.
big tech wins because of
You're
the
now
dog.
you're 50%, 100% people. That's like saying, oh well, we're gonna have like India. If you include like people who are a quarter Indian, will still like no. This is no nation.
Why wouldn't you
ever.
consider them quarter? Why wouldn't you
No
consider
nation
somebody who's a quarter
ever.
white
Again, you're
as
opposite.
white?
No,
I
no
want.
nation ever has
There
voluntarily-
there is no bigger turn on in the world than when a man can. True. Fact check. True.
to go from
Why did she
being a
skip over
majority to
it?
a minority.
Because she knows it's true. That's why she skipped over it. She knows it's
For any
true.
reason. And your whole thing about consent, we didn't consent.
Would Carlin consider having an apolitical hot? Well, I mean, why? What's the purpose? I don't know. There'd be nothing to talk about. I appreciate the super chat though.
I have a question. Are Mio and Brittany, have they fallen out with big tech or something?
Yeah.
Right?
90%
They're still white. They're still white. They're just part white.
We're not being demographically replaced by mixed race people. We're being demographically replaced by non-whites.
Okay, what is that? What does non-whites mean?
Does she actually say anything else? Because I don't want to just listen to me talk.
Idea.
You can pretend.
I
Also tacky.
I didn't like this the
I
first
think-
time.
I do.
So how do you know that?
She is everything that is wrong
What
with
do
the
you mean?
world.
I'd have to take a
Are
test or something.
Are you saying that you are saying that if you are white, you are able?
Turns out, by the way, I don't have any French in me. I thought I had like a really small percentage of like French in me. It turns out it's actually Korean. As weird as that is,
Has
there's
anyone
like
badgered her into
like,
Metastreaming me yet?
maybe like 0.3% amount of like Korean in, in my blood, which is really fucking weird.
Going down
See,
to the-
For some reason, people think I can't get men on the internet. I literally have people sending me super chats to flirt with me. I mean, I might not be everyone's cup of tea, but can we just acknowledge that I usually have an internet boyfriend or girlfriend floating around? People literally super chatting. You shouldn't assume what people like, guys.
being replaced
No.
without our consent.
The whatever
There's been
girls
no
are
country
way
ever
more
that has
annoying
put-
than
there's
this
been no
Trendlin.
nation, by nation I mean a people, an
Significantly more
ethno-linguistic group
annoying.
or racial linguistic group that occupies a state and a territory. That's a nation that has consented to elites replacing them.
Except
which is
when they
one thing.
mix with each other, right?
She gonna say anything
Yeah, but
else?
Our 1% of who are up
They're
Yes.
didn't mix.
European. I don't know what white.
It's are white
citizen.
and not white.
She's just sitting here watching it,
Read
like
No, because they
like
consider them white.
recapping herself.
Italians also were not considered white for a while, so. Would their heads explode if they had to read a master thesis in mathematics and the applicant would define their number range? I don't know. This is kind of getting boring for me. I mean, it has been boring for a bit.
You've
to be
been
honest,
very
but
boring. Yeah,
Wait,
you
what?
have been.
You
Yeah.
can't trace an ancestor directly to Africa, to a specific part of Africa.
So
I mean-
Kenyans aren't black.
They're Kenyan, I guess.
Are they?
Technically,
Are they
they're
black? Are they black? Or are they not?
Are they African?
No, are they black?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Pretty
Are,
great.
oh, fine. Are they
Pretty
African?
great.
Are they? Are Kenyans?
I'm glad I have your
black and
blessing, Neo.
Congolese.
This is so boring.
Yeah.
Stardust, I like to say that I'm white passing Italian. Very funny. Okay. I am bored with this. I am done covering a you know, God, dude, I was about to be so mean. I shouldn't be mean. Do they consider light-skinned Asians to be white? That's also a very good question, are correct. Look, I would say I'm tired of covering a fat pig who is fighting with a albino rat over voipers, DMing them and sliding through their DMs. You've reached the bottom level of
this. I told you this cut should be allowed on the
society for me
internet.
when you are trying to fight with somebody over how many e-boys are sliding in DMs. It's fucking pathetic. It really is. So I'm done with this. If she wants to talk to me,
Beautiful. No, honey, I don't. No, I don't. You shouldn't be allowed on the
she
internet.
can hit me up, I guess, on Twitter or
No,
something.
no,
I don't really give a fuck.
no.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Have fun trying to get groypers to slide in your DMs.
I don't need groypers to slide into my DMs.
no
I have my
e-boys.
internet boyfriend.
What do I have to say, bro? No fucking e-boys.
I have my internet boyfriend. I'm good.
Calling groypers. Okay, look.
You can't be an internet
All I'm
whore or
saying
anything. You
is-
gotta rein that shit in.
You got a fat pig
Oh, she's
and an
really
albino
having
rat
some fucking feelings about me,
fighting
isn't
over
she?
e-boys sliding through their DMs. It's fucking pathetic.
Wow.
It really is. So
Wow. Yeah,
yeah.
like she's got some
We're done with this.
balls.
Let's
Does
go
she
back to
think that
Skibbity
she's
Toilet.
like tiny? Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's that. What is she doing now? I know the stream is live.
Instead, to revert to 2015 style shit posting podcast,
Oh, she's doing internet drama because she has nothing else better to do. Wow. All right. All right. All right. That's all I have, I guess. I just wanted to see what she said, and I figured I was going to do it anyway, so might as well do it live on the internet with beer. Stardust is clearly jealous that she doesn't have a forbidden internet romance. It's true. She's getting very testy. Very, very testy. I don't think I'd feel right talking to her. It would feel like bully. Yeah, like this is the thing. If I ever again lowered myself to talk to that person, I would make her cry, and that just wouldn't be. You are such a liar. I'm Naptown. I'm sorry, Naptown. I can't trust anything you say. You're just a shit stirrer on the internet. All right, guys. That's all I have. Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.